Hey Elijah, what you reading?
Oh, hi, my name's Elijah. I am currently reading Artificial Intelligence for Beginners. Here are 3 reasons I like artificial intelligence. So, guess what? Fortnite actually uses bots to teach you how to play. That's really cool. And Alexa also uses artificial intelligence in speech. That's awesome. And also, YouTube and Netflix also gives you recommendations for what you should watch and what you shouldn't watch. Guess what? My favorite show is The Investigators. I love this book. I also got a copy for my friend. Thanks for making this book bio. I hope we can all read it together.
Congratulations to Data Science Nigeria on your 5th birthday, or should I say the 5th anniversary. Data Science Nigeria has certainly come a long way. I just want to
Okay, you're welcome to this section, Python for data analysis. Please kindly confirm if you can hear me.
I can hear you, sir.
Can hear you clearly.
Oh,
Can hear you loud and clear.
okay. So also confirm you can see my screen.
I can see your
Yes.
screen here.
Okay, so you're welcome to this class, and this class is going to cover some libraries. We can use some libraries for data analysis, and then in Python. I'm sure that a lot of us on this call have have a basic understanding in Python, so we can actually write Python, and then we understand data types and the syntaxes and all of those. So, and that's why I won't be starting from what Python is. Okay, so I'll just be going straight to some available libraries that we'll be using for data analysis, and then I will be using for this class. Okay, so let me. Okay, so before we start, let me just let us start with the introduction to Data Scientist Network. So what we do at Data Scientist Network, and then the achievement we've had and our vision, and then the reason why we are doing what we are doing. So we are committed to raise 1 million AI talent and then build AI solutions that will improve the quality of life and well-being of 2 billion people in the emerging market. So, that's our vision. We want to raise 1 million AI talent and build AI solutions that will improve the well-being of 2 billion people in emerging markets. So, we want to deliver this our vision through community for learning and research, product development, and also partnership for solution delivery. So we have a community of learning across Nigeria and even outside Nigeria. And we also have products. All of this will be discussed as I carry on with this introduction. Also partnership. Also, so we do all of this so as to achieve our vision, which is to raise 1 million AI talent and to build AI solution that improve the quality of life of the 2 billion people in the emerging market. Okay, so these are how we have evolved over time. From 2016, we have evolved from learning and community to research and social good applications, to corporate support and solution deployment, and now startups, ventures, AI vertical partnership, and AI for national development. Last year, we incubated some AI startups here, and then it was an orphan one. So DSN is the #1 artificial intelligence learning community and solution delivery network. We won that award we won the Matai Impact Award at Deep Learning in Davos 2019 as #1 artificial intelligence learning community and solution delivery network in Africa. Also, DSN won the best academic poster at 24th edition of the Global Economics and Computation Conference. So we won the best academic poster. So that was when we presented the shared trust to end poverty and promote financial inclusion. Okay. Okay. So we're also the only African finalist at the 2021 X-Prize competition. So we are the only Africa finalist. So we presented an AI algorithm to address the COVID-19, and then we're the only African finalist in that competition. That was the X-Prize competition. So we worked, DSL work on academic paper presentation at the foremost global scientific and transitional AI conference. So we had a lot of presentations. This had a lead mentor, Dr. Bayo Adekombi, giving a keynote speech at the AI conference. Okay, and then in order to have this deliveries to what is now our objective, which is to have solutions that improve the well-being of the people in the 2 billion emerging market. So we have actually unveiled data fluency. Okay, I think okay, so I'm so sorry for that interruption. We just needed to get some. Okay, so So we unveiled our data fluency platform. Okay, and data fluency is the capacity to absorb data and information and gather insights from this knowledge boost decision-making process. So this platform is available and for us to use. Okay, and we can just by visiting datafluency.datasciencenigeria.ai. Okay, so it will lead us to this platform. So this our AI book for beginners artificial intelligence for kids from grade 4 to 8. We can actually get and order our hold from Amazon, Apple, Google Play, Jumia, and it is going to be going through it. It's you want to stop reading the book. I've gone through it before. So this is our AI lab. Situated at Yaba, Lagos. So this is a training room where this is a robotics lab. Okay. We also, two of our products were also conceptualized and developed by DSN. We selected at the 2021 Global Top 100 AI product by UNESCO, IRCAI. Okay. So okay, so this talks to the areas where we industry where we are actually focusing on, which is the career tech, fintech, retail tech, edutech, platform tech, and analytics. So as I earlier said, I said that we incubated some startups, AI startup last year. So these are the AI startups that were incubated. Okay, so these are the startups that were incubated. These are boards of advisory. So we are supported by world-class advisory board. Okay, and they are here. And then so we're going to continue. I think that's just a brief introduction to DSN. If you have any question, you can just drop it in the chat box. Okay, I'm sure some people will be like, how can I join the community of learning and all of those? How can I join the startup and all of those? So you can just drop your comments and your questions in the chat box. So going straight to today's business. Okay, so let me share my notebook, the notebook that I'll be using for this class. Okay, so those who know me, we know that whenever we want to have a class like this, you also need to launch your notebook at your hand because we'll be writing the codes together. So kindly confirm if you have launched your notebook. Kindly confirm if you have launched your notebook. Kindly confirm it. I want more to come. Okay, so confirm if you have launched your notebook because we'll be doing it together. Yes, Team Tokwe, good motor sugar. Yeah, Team Tokwe, nice seeing you. Okay, how do we launch the notebook? Wow. Okay, so okay, just go to your browser, Google Colab. So search for Google Colab and then launch Google Colab on your note on your system on your browser. So I'm also using Google Colab. Okay. So I'll be dropping the data set that I'll be using here. I'll be dropping it in the chat. Okay, so let me just do that now. Okay. Okay. Okay, so So I need more to confirm if they have launched their notebook. So I want more people. Okay, you have launched your Jupyter. Okay, then now that's okay. In that case, Hala, there's no problem. Now, it's also very basic. What we're doing today is also very basic, at least. So the libraries we'll be talking to today they are built with Python, and then they have almost the same syntax of the same way of writing them and doing all of those. So I don't think there's an issue. So just follow this, and then afterwards we can actually see share resources that can help beginners. Another thing is that try as much as possible to join the community that is very close to you, a DSN community that is close to you. So all of these contents are available there, and then you can always have access to them. Okay, so I'm going to share the folder, the drive that contains this, the drive that contains the data we'll be using today, and then that's going to help us to. So let me just share the link. Get the link, okay, and then let me just drop it here. Okay, so okay. Okay, so let's continue. So NumPy, I'm sure NumPy is not something new to a lot of us. Okay, okay, and then we'll just be using it to we'll be looking at some functions in NumPy as it relates to data analysis. Okay, so we'll be creating some arrays, operation between arrays and scalars, indexing, and then also we'll be carrying out some mathematical and statistical method, and then we move on to other as listed on the screen. Okay, so now that we have all confirmed that a lot of us has confirmed that we have launched our notebook, so let me quickly give this few summary about NumPy, and then okay, so let me do that. Okay, some guide process. Okay, so let me just do something I can share. Okay. So you can now, you don't need access to get it again. You can now click on it again and then launch the data and have access to the data. Okay, so NumPy is a short form of writing numerical Python. So NumPy, the num stands for numerical, while the pi is a Python. So it's a Python library that provides multi-dimensional array, so derived objects, and also allow for operations which includes mathematical, logical, etc. So we can, with NumPy, we can actually carry out a lot of operations that you are going to be seeing today. Also, number arrays are called n array or n-dimensional array. So ND array or n-dimensional array, that speaks to the dimension. We have single dimension, which is one dimension, and then we also have two dimension, multi-dimension arrays. Okay, so to start with, if you have NumPy installed on your Anaconda or on your IDE, you can just do that by using the pip, okay, to install NumPy. But most notebooks, most IDEs already have it installed. So it won't be necessary for you to install NumPy again. You just import NumPy. So you can just import NumPy as MP. So let us all import NumPy as happy, and let us create a list of number. Okay, list of number. Okay, and we are creating a variable now, list of number is equals to okay, 12, okay, 30, okay, 23, 30, okay, 40, 40. Okay, so this is a list in Python. Okay, this is a Python list. And then we can now convert this. We want to create an array from this list. And we just do what we just use is np.array. So np.array will give us what the array of we create an array for us. And after checking the type, we know that this is what? This is an array. So let us create an array from this. So to do that, we just let's keep it as a list number. So list number equals to np.array. Okay, list number. List number. So now we are converting this list to an array, a single array, just a one-dimensional array, because as you can see, the list is just a single one. So let me just let's print it out. List number, and so let's run this. So it gives us an array of what? Of this number. So it's an array. So we have now created an array list number. Okay. Now, we can also specify the data type of the array. So to specify the data type of the array, we just used a parameter, the type, and then we use it to convert it to the data type that we have. Don't forget that we have major data types in Python. Okay. Okay. So we have the string. You can help us in the chat box, those that know it, that knows them. So we have a string, we have float, we have integer, we have boolean. Okay, so we know that strings are what? Are text. Integers are whole number, floats are decimal, while boolean talks to true and false. Okay, so we can create what is now? We can specify the data type. So for example, now this is an integer, so we can just specify the data type here. So the type equals to okay np dot float. np dot float 64. np dot float 64. So it means that we are converting this what's it now? We are converting this list that we are making an array to what? To a float. So by just running it, it turns to a float. Now, what's the difference between what we first printed and this one? So I'm going to go back, Ctrl Z. Okay, let me first copy this so that we have to write it again. Ctrl C, now Ctrl Z. Let me run it. Now let me paste this here and then let me run it. Okay, now look, checking this out. Can we see it? What's the difference between this output and this output? Look, I just drop it in the chat box. What's the difference between this output, the second one, and the first one we printed? The type. Okay, so the first one is what? It's whole number, right? Why the second one is a what? It's a float. Thank you very much, Richard. Yes, thank you very much, Israel. Thank you very much. So that is just it. And also, we can create a multi-dimensional array. So we can create a multi-dimensional array. A multi-dimensional array means that it's not just a single array. It is what? It is double. It looks like a row and a column. So it has multi-dimension. So let's quickly create one. You can also create one on your hand. So let us call it okay, mod list is equals to, which is equals to, okay, so this is a list. We are creating a list of lists. This is a list. So the first list has 12, 33, 40. Okay. Okay, why this? We have another list of 45. This. Okay, and this. Okay, and let me 90. Okay. Okay, so running this. So we have this list. Okay, and so if we now convert this to an array, I'm sure we know how to convert to an array now. So if you can just drop it in the chat box, how to convert this to an array, the code, the line of code to convert it to an array, as I also type it on the screen because of our time. So we want to create an array, a multi-dimensional array. Now from this, we just want to convert it to an array, just the same line of code to convert into an array. So that was what we want to do. And we're also saving it in our multi-list variable. So just going to be like something like multi, okay, list equals to, okay, np dot array. We have our multi list. Okay, yeah, thank you very much, Yemi. Multi list, and then let's print it out. Multi list, and then okay, yeah. So this is two. So this looks like having a row and a column. Please can you confirm if you are together and if you understand what we have been doing since we start? Okay, so can someone just confirm that? I want to be sure that okay, if you are with me, and then okay, so I think that's cool. I think that's good. That's cool. That's cool. Okay, so let's continue. So we have we can create evenly a spaced array. Evenly spaced array. We can just use this function that is in our NumPy library arrange to create a what? An evenly spaced array. So arrange we actually help us to create it. So let us let us quickly use it. Let us create an array. Okay, let's just name it. You can give it any name, even. Okay, space. So it will generate it for us. NP dot range. So we want an evenly spaced array of 6 elements, or let's say 8 elements that are evenly spaced. So by just running this, it will save it, and then let's now even. Okay, space. Okay, so let's just run it. Okay, so it gives us an evenly spaced array of what? Of 8 elements. 0 to 7. So counting this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, thank you, Motosho. We're expecting you back. Okay, so that's just it. So we can create what's an evenly spaced array by doing that. Also, we can actually what's it now? We can create an evenly spaced array with a start, a stop, and a step. A start, a stop, and a step. Okay. So now let us start. Let's create even space. Even space equals to, okay, sorry, NP does a range. Okay, so we should start from what number? Okay, let's use this. Let's start from 2. Let's stop at what? At 10. And then let's give it a step of what? A step of 2. So what it means is that we're going to start, it's going to create an array that will start from 2 to 10. Now, because of this step 2 that is added, it means that it's going to be jumping. So it's going to be jumping an element, because we gave it 2 steps. So it will be missing one to what? To out there. After missing that one, to call the next one, to miss another element, to print the next one, to miss the one, and then print. So it goes on and goes on like that. Now it's not going to print 10. Now it's not going to print 10. 10 is right there because when you specify stop in Python, generally it's going to when you specify your stop, it's going to actually stop an element before the specified value. Okay, so let's see the output of this. Okay, so you can just continue. Just give me a minute. I'll be right back. Okay, so So line space is also what we can use to create what's it now? Create an array. So this is a very similar function. It also creates, but instead of step size, it takes in the number of samples that needs to be retrieved from the interval. So you create an interval, and then it automatically gives them an even space. So let's use a line space here now to demonstrate how to use a line space for. So we're also going to have a start, a stop, and then the number of elements that we want. So we have a start, a stop, and the number of elements. So it's going to be something like np dot line space np dot line space np dot line space. Okay, we are starting from 0, stopping at 1, and then we want how many number of elements do we want within this start and stop. So let's say we want 10. So it's going to distribute them evenly and give us what? Our array. Okay, let me save it in a variable, which is let me use even x equals to this. So okay, I did not okay lie. Okay, what's that? Oh, sorry. The he here, yeah, line space. Thank you. Okay, so let's just even space. So we have created an array. So there are a lot of stuff. We can also create a random number by using np rand and then this. We can also create zeros, okay, from our NumPy. Okay, we can create zeros and arrays of zeros as demonstrated here. Can you see? So we have an array of zeros. So we use a 2 by 2 matrix, 2 by 2, so 2 rows and 2 columns. Okay, and then the 0. So you can just create an array of 0 by just using the function .0. You can also create an array of 1 by just using the function .1 to create it for you. Now let me add let's make it 3 by 3. Okay, let me see it. I cannot interpret 3 as a data type. Oh, it only takes an argument. It only takes an argument, so we have only 1. So it creates 1. So if you actually want to make it multi-dimensional, that's by adding a block. So if I wanted to make it multi-dimensional here, I had a 3, and then I will enclose it in a bracket, in parentheses, and then it gives us our multi-dimensional arrays of 1s. Okay, so I think we are done with that. So we can create an arrays of what is now of 4. We can create different what is now arrays automatically by just calling a function that is peculiar to it. So because of our time, we are going to be moving very fast. So we can let's move to the subtopic here, getting basic info about arrays. So to know the dimension of your array, there's a function that's NBIM. NBIM actually gives you the dimension of your array. So let me run this. So this is choice array dimension that must this is it. Choice array has been defined here. Okay, so now running this to give us the dimension of the array. Okay, so if I should comment this out, let me comment this out. So okay, and let me just print, let me run it again. Okay, so let me now run the choice array. Choice array, okay, sorry, choice array. Dimension. So it gives us 2 because choice array here is a what? It's a 2-dimensional array. Okay, so we can also get the shape of our array by just using the shape. The shape will also give us what? The shape of our array. So it will give us the number of rows and the number of what? And the number of column, and the number of our rows. Now, you can determine how many values are in the array by using the size attribute. So dot size actually gives us the number of elements that is what? That is in our array. Now, moving to operations between arrays and scalar. So arrays are important because they enable you to express batch operations on data without writing any for loop. So this is usually called vectorization. Now, I want you to know that if it's a single array, if you have a single dimensional array, it is called a vector. And then if it is a multi-dimensional array, then it is called a matrix. It's called a matrix. So let's multiply. So this array has been created. So multiplying it by 2, as you can see here, array 1, this is array 1. Okay, so we multiply it by 2. So 2 will be used to multiply each element in the array created. So 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 8 is 16, 2 times 22, 2 times 11 is 22, and 2 times 20 is what? Is 40. Now, let us subtract array from array. So by just using our normal operational side for subtraction, subtract, we actually we subtract this array, we use it to subtract array. Now look at it. This array 2, range was created of 5. Okay, 5 element was created, the range of 5 element was created, okay, and then it was subtracted from the array that we first created here, and then we have what? Our answers. Okay, so multiplying arrays with arrays. So doing that by just let's quickly run through it and let's see. Let me add a line of code here. Okay, so this is our array. Let me print this. Okay, let me print array 2 so that we can actually know what array 2 contains. Okay, Control V. Okay, let me run it. Array 2 is 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so multiplying it, so 0 times, and then don't forget that our array 1 is what? Our array 1, let me also print array 1. Okay. Okay, so something like, let me print it. Print. Okay. Print. Okay, so let me just print the 2 so that we can actually use it too. So multiplying array 1 and array 2, 0 times 2. Okay. 1 times 3, 3. Right? 2 times 8, 16. 3 times 11, 33. And then 4 times 20 is what? It's 80. Okay. Now, I want to add 3 to array 2. Okay, and don't forget that this is our array 2, the first one. So we just add 3 to everything. So that is just how it looks like. Oh, I'm too fast. Don't mind me. I just want to see how much we can cover because we actually have 1 hour 30 minutes and we also covered NumPy, Pandas, and Matplotlib. Okay, so but at the same time, I'm going to what's it now? Reduce the pace. Okay, so let me know if there's anything you are not getting as far as you're concerned with where we are. So if you have any question, you can just ask. I'm going to be posting now. So if there's a place that you're missing that you want me to just come back, okay, just let me know. I'm waiting. Definitely, there's going to be an analysis. You're going to have access to the recordings. So, okay. So now let's go to indexing and slicing. Indexing is very similar to what we have in our normal Python programming language. You know, we have the negative and we also have the normal indexing. And don't forget that indexing starts from what? From 0, yeah? So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So our index talks to the, yes, thank you very much. So our index talks to the location of the element. So you can actually use the location of an element to pick that element. So you want to know the location that is the element that is on location 1. For example, you can actually you can just write the code and then to give it. For example, looking at this another way. Okay, so looking at it, this is another array. Another array was defined here as a variable. Okay, I know that we cannot read this. It starts from 2. It ends at what? 40 with what? With step 4. Okay, now I want to test us now. So I want it to be the step 2. Okay, so who will give me the output of this code? It's now step 2. So who will give me the output? Oh, don't let me make it step 2. It will be too long. Let me make it step 5. Okay, so who will give me the output of this? The output of this code, just write it in the chat box before I load it. Now, if I want to pick now, it may not be necessary for you to install NumPy again, especially if you're using an account or Jupyter Notebook, or even if you're using the Google Colab. Okay. But if you can just install it, you can install it to be on the same. That's if it's not with this, if it's not with the package you are currently using. Okay, yes, 2, 7, 12, 17, 22, 27. Okay, I need 2 more persons to do that. Okay, 1 more person before I run it. Okay, now that's it. 2, 7. No, if you add 2 to it, you need to add 2 because they start from the start element, and then it will stop at an element before the stop. Don't forget that it will stop at okay, and then the step talks to the number of values we skip before picking the next one. So 2, we have 2, we have 3, 4, 5, 6. The 5th is 7, so you pick 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You pick 12 because 12 is the 5th number after. So that's how it goes. So now we want to pick the element that is at that has an index of 2. That's an index of 2. Don't forget that our index starts from 0. So this is 0. This is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So which means that 2 is what? 2 is 12, right? Okay, thank you very much, Courage. 2 is 12. So now let's click on. Okay, what of minus 2 is what? Minus 2 is what? Okay, minus 2 is 32. Good. Yeah, that's just it. So that's by what NumPy offers us. Now, we want to pick from 2 to 6. Now, this is the start, and now this is the stop. Okay, now I'm going to change the stop to 7. Let me see if you have 7. Okay. So 7. So what's going to now? Okay, so who will give me the output of this? The output of what I just changed. I think you can just do that. Let me just get the output. Okay. Okay, yes, that's cool. So it's going to start from 2, right? Okay, 2, and then it's going to continue to 0, 1, 2, and then it's going to stop at value before 7. Okay, so let's run it. Yeah, 32. That's cool. So that is it. Okay, so we have successfully what? What's the implication of what you have been learning? It means that if you have a data set, you can actually what? Slice it. You can actually pick elements. For example, we don't know where what's it now? We don't know the value and element that's at that particular position. You can actually use this indexing method to slice it. You can slice it to know. Okay, you want to pick a range, so you can just slice the range out from what's it now? From your data set, and then you work with it. So now this is a 2-dimensional array. Why is it 2-dimensional array? A 2-dimensional array looks like or a multi-dimensional array looks like a spreadsheet. It has a column and it has a row. Okay, now creating a 2-dimensional array in this case, we have created something similar before. If don't forget. Now, okay, hope you can still remember the function to check the dimension of the array. Can you still remember dot what? I'm scrolling up to the place now. Dot what? NDIM. NDIM. Yeah. Your data and your what? Your NumPy array and the what? Good. Your array and the what? And NDIM. So we are going to use it to check this, the array of this. Okay. I want to use it to check the dimension for this. Okay. So let's use it. Let me run it and let me add another line of code to just check what's that? What's the name? ARR2D dot NDIM. Okay, is there an output? Okay, so it's 2-dimensional. It's 2-dimensional because it has a row and a column. It looks like a row and a column, like a spreadsheet. Are you getting it? Now, if you want to check the shape, what's the shape? How do we know the shape? Dot what? Dot what? Dot shape, right? Okay, yeah, thank you very much. So to give us the shape is what? 3 by what? By 3. 3 by 3 because it is what? It has 3 rows and 3 columns. You get it? So it looks like 3 columns and what? And 3 rows. Okay. So okay, so this is just fetch array at 0 index is going to. So now the indexing here is slightly different from the single dimensional array. Okay, so because this is indexed, and this is indexed. So this is like 0, 1, and 2. Now I also want to just give me a line of code that can index 9. Just 9. Who can help me with that? A line of code that can just index 9. This 9, the 9 that is here, this 9. This 9. Okay, so who can do that? You know to index now. You know how we slice, how we select. Okay, so who can help me with a line of code that can help us to slice that out? Okay. So to just do that is very similar to this. Thank you very much. 3, 3. Yeah. To be 3, 3. Let me change this to 3, 3. As oh, Richard, thank you. Wow, we have scholars in the house. colors in the house. So good. So 3, 3. And then running it is going to give us, okay, what happened. Okay, let me run 2D. Okay, so what this happen? Index 3 is out of it. Okay. Why is it indexed? Oh, wait. Yeah, it's 2, 2. Don't mind me. No, it's not 2, 3. It is 2, 2. It's not 3, 3. Yes, thank you very much. It's 2, 2. Don't forget our indexes start from 0. Yeah, it is 2, 2. Thank you. It is 9. Wow. So we're getting it. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. So I think we are getting it. Okay, so if you have any question, you can just ask. Okay, so let's move straight to universal functions. So we also have some functions that you can use, mathematical functions such as sine, cosine, exponential, that we can use in what's now in NumPy, and they are called universal function, ufunc. Okay, so you can actually carry out your sine, cosine, exponential. This just created by this we created a range. I'm sure we are familiar with this line of code. Now we can interpret it, you can read it very well. This is just creating a range of what 10 elements, right? That are evenly spaced. Okay, so we want to this is the square root to check the square root. So you can actually use this function to get the square root of what is now of your array. You can use this exponential. Okay, the maximum, the sum you can add, you can get the minimum, etc. etc. So let me just run them so that you can just see it yourself. Okay, so the square root of each element. Okay, so don't forget that the element we are currently using is this element 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so taking the square root of each element, that is 0, 1, this, etc. Okay, and then the exponential for each element to be carried out. And can you see it now? Okay, and then the maximum, you know that the maximum is 9, even without the machine telling us. So we know that it's 9. And the sum, which means that from 0 to 9, it is what? It is the sum from 0 to 9 is what? Is 45. Okay, and the minimum is what? It is 0. So these are function that comes with NumPy library. Okay, so set of we also have other statistical methods like mean, median, mode that we can actually use on with NumPy. Okay, so let's quickly. Okay, so a random what's it now? Array was created. Okay, and then getting the mean just by using the function mean, we calculate the mean. Okay, the function here sum, we calculate the sum. Okay, get the mean. You can also get the mean along the horizontal axis. Okay, that's the row. Okay, for each one. So by just stating the axis, it gives you what the mean for each row. For each row. So you know what rows. So this is the first row, this is the second row. This is the first row, this is the second row, this is the third row, this is the fourth row, this is the fifth row. So you can do that by just setting your axis. Okay, while for column, it's also what is 0. So if you want to calculate the mean for rows, each row, you just set your axis to be 1. While for axis, for column, you set your axis to be what? To be 0. You can also get the maximum, the standard deviation by using STD. So STD stands for standard deviation. The function STD is for standard deviation. How to import NumPy for ideal. Okay, I don't know. I use PineCharm. Please, can you send me a link to download Anaconda? Okay, I think most of this question will be responded to by my colleagues that are actually on the call. So thank you very much, Ifeanyi, for responding to that. Okay, so sorting, you can also sorting with what's it now with NumPy. You can get the unique. You want to know the unique what is now the unique attributes. For example, now you have duplicates in a data set, and then you want or in an array, and then you want to get the unique ones. Those that want to get the unique ones, so you can just use the word unique and then the function unique, and you can also use the function sort. So what's this now? Is filled with a lot of functions, and you can also read more on it through the document. You just get documentation, read on it, and then explore it. I'm sure that what the basics I've given and can actually help you to interpret and to get moving with what's it now with NumPy, and then to get other functions, you can just go through the documentation, and then it's going to be very interesting. It has been very interesting, and then it will continue to be very interesting. So because of our time, let me move to Pandas. So okay, so Pandas is a high-level data structure. Is a set of high-level data structures and manipulation tools. It's actually used for data preprocessing. So we use Pandas for our data preprocessing, and Pandas is built upon NumPy. So if you are familiar with NumPy, at least you can actually work with Pandas very well. And then it has two major structures, which are what data frame and series, and we need to be aware of them. Okay, so these are Pandas series. You can create a Pandas series by just using pd.series, and then it creates a Pandas series for you. Let me first, okay, I think I've imported before. So to start with Pandas, you have to import Pandas. So to use this library, you import your library, you import Pandas as PD. Okay, so PD is universally what's it now used acronym for Pandas. Okay, so PD. Okay, so today we are going to look at how to create a Python data frame using a number of methods. We can use a Python dictionary list, so we can create a data frame from a dictionary, from a list of tuples. We can also load our CSV, that's our comma separated. Okay, and then the values, and then we can also use Excel. We can load Excel with Pandas. So this is a dictionary. I'm sure this is not new to some of us. A lot of us here. Okay. So this is a dictionary. We know that a dictionary is comes with a key and a value. A dictionary will come with a key and a value. So for this dictionary, we have and this is the value. We have this is the key, which is temperature. Another key, and these are the values, and so on and so on. So we can actually create a data frame. Don't forget that I said that Pandas has two major data structures that we need to be conversant with, which is what's it now? Data frame and series. So creating a data frame, we just use the function data frame, PD data frame. And then our data is inserted to the parentheses, and then it creates a data frame from this dictionary. As you can see here, this is a data frame. It has created it in days and in rows and in column. So the key starts for the column, while the attribute. So why the values are now the rows. And you now see we have column day, column temperature, column wind, column humidity, and column event. Okay, so that's creating it from a dictionary. So we can also create from a list of dictionary. Yes. So we have a list, but it's a it contains dictionaries. So a list of dictionaries. So this is the first dictionary. This is the second dictionary. This is the third dictionary. This is the fourth, and this is the fifth dictionary. Okay, this is the fifth. This is the sixth and seventh dictionary. Okay, so the day is Monday. Temperature is 25. Wind speed is 6. Humidity is 2. Event is sunny, and so on and so forth. And so later on, creating it, converting it to a data frame, it also gives us what? A data frame that looks as beautiful as this. Can you see it now? So day, Monday, the temperature is 25. The wind speed is 6. Humidity is what? 22. And event is what? Is sunny, and so on and so forth. So we can also create it from a list of people. Don't forget that tuples are what? They are mutables, right? Okay, they are also what? Data. They are data structures in what? In Python. Okay, so these are tuple, list of tuples. So this is the list of tuples. We have Monday, okay, 25, 6, 2, and what's now 22, and sunny. Okay, and then we created all of this. What's it now? All of these tuples, and now we added this column. So we added this column. So we added the column so that specify that we have column day, column temperature, column wind speed, and then column what? Column event. Okay, so I want to know if you have any questions before I proceed. If you have any questions, can you let me know before I proceed? So in the absence of any question, can I continue? Okay, thank you very much, Stephen. So loading CSV, so we can, we have files that are comma separated values. So we can actually load our data, which we'll be doing today. Okay, so I told you I've shared the link with you, right? Okay, so kindly download those CSV files. So we are loading the CSV file, this header, CSV. So we want to load it with our Pandas library. Okay. To do that, we just write p.read CSV. So we just use the function read CSV and then read it. So I already have it here. That's why it's very easy for me to read. Are you getting it? So you can just upload it if you are using Colab. You can just upload it. Okay. Although it will only grow for that section, it won't be stored permanently. Okay. So whenever you want to use it, it means that you have to upload it and upload it. But there are other ways. You can use the link. Okay, the link, the CSV file, the link of the CSV file from a Google Drive. You can just use it directly, and then you can also mount your drive on the what's that, so that you can access your drive from your Google Colab. Okay, so reading this in the CSV. And see, so this it means that in the CSV we have column date, column product ID, column sales rep, and column what? Column unit. Okay, so to load an Excel file, just use read Excel. Okay, so summary Excel was what was loaded, and then it has temperature, rainfall, flyers, price, and sale as what as our what is it now? As our column. Why these are the rules? Okay. Let me kindly confirm if you have done this, if you have loaded the CSV file and Excel file. Kindly confirm if you have done that. Let me know if you have done that. No, quickly do that, please. I already shared the link. Okay, I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you, Zainab. I'm waiting for you. Let me give everyone a minute because we'll be carrying out some EDs on this file. Okay, let me share the link with you again. Okay, thank you very much, Ifeanyi. Okay, so just read CSV, read Excel. Okay, let me drop it here. PD read Excel and PD read CSV. PD read CSV. So that's what you use to load. This is for Excel and this is for CSV. Then you so I'm going to be carrying out some DDAs on it now. So how do we get the information? How do you know the number of what's it now, the rows? How do you know the number of columns? How do you know get some information about your data? This is where exploratory data analysis starts from. So you want to explore your data. You're a data analyst and a data is presented to you. You need to first understand the data before you can bring out any insights that you will now share with the directors, with the executives, so that they can now use for their decision making. You need to first understand it. You need to know the structure of data. You need to know a lot of things about the data. The data types, you need to be able to clean it to make it fitting. So Pandas offers us that to carry out our pre-processing and also get some explanatory to get us to explore the data set. Now, exploratory data analysis is different from explanatory data analysis. So EDA, that when you are exploring is for yourself, the insight is for you. But when you now want to explain, I getting it down, it's now meant for the what to the directors that you want to share your insight with. Okay, so you want to explore, you want to understand. So they gave you a data, I don't know anything about it. You want to know the number of columns, you want to know the number of rows, you want to know the column names. So this is cool. By just calling .info, it's a Pandas function. By just calling .info, it will give you what the information about your data set. Now you have 8 entries, so you only have 8 rows, and from index 0 to what index 7. Okay. Okay, so not can talk to the number of values without a missing number of rows without a missing value. In temperature, we have 8 that is not null, which means we don't have a missing value in temperature. Same with rainfall, same with flyer, same with price, and same with what? It says, you don't go forward to what? Telling us the data type of column. So we have column temperature to be what? Float. Rainfall is also float. Flyer is also float. Price is float. And what says is what? It's also float. Okay, so now I want to want to know how it looks like, how the data looks like. So we want to print the first 3 rows. Now, if you don't specify any any value here, it's going to print by default the first 5 rows. Okay, so let me just run it. So it's going to print the first 5 rows. So it shows us how the table looks like. Okay, so these are things like this. You have temperature. These are the values looks like. Okay, this is, and so it actually gives us more insights. You can confidently say that we have 8 rows and 5 columns in this data set, and they are all what in data type what data type floats. Okay, so we show you the last 5 by default, but by specifying the number, by specifying the value here, it's going to pick the value, number of what of rows in respect to the value that what we specify. So it's picked 4 here because we specify 4. Let me pick 3. I want to specify 3. But also the default attributes for tail and head is what is 5. So if it is not specify a value here, it's going to what print the last 5. Okay, if it not specify a value for head, it's going to what print the first 5. Okay, so Okay, so sample also does something similar. Okay, what by giving us the first three, showing us the first three, just, but this is random. Get it? So this is random. Just pick this and random instead of as ordered. Can you see that this is ordered? This is 765. Why this is random 636 263. So sample can actually we just sample it at random and then give it to us. Now, the same way we index for NumPy, don't forget, whenever I want to, what's it now, search for any, any value, don't forget this bracket. You can call it your search what? Your search, what is it now? It's not, I want to call it now, your search bar. Are you getting it? Okay. So you want to know the values that are what that in temperature. Want to print them out. This is column temperature, right? So want to print all the values in column temperature. Want to print it out, want to see it. By just was creating this your bar, this your square bracket, and then what inputting the name of the what's it now of the column in respect to the data. Are you getting it? So if my data set was named test, then this will be what? This will be test. Test. So we are just writing something like from this data set, the Excel, search for column temperature and print the value. Are you getting it? Okay. So now apart from that, you can also use a dot. What's it now? Notation. You can also use a dot. Let me add the column, and then let's use dot. Instead of using this bracket, you can also use dot to it will also give you the same. Okay, df Excel dot temperature. df temperature. Now loading this, it will also give you what? Let me see. Oh, sorry. It is capital T. So temperature. Oh, sorry. Thank you very much. I also noticed the heat. Okay. So df temperature. It also will give us a similar what? Similar. So we can then use this and now this will be preferable when you have your column name. When your column name was includes space. So if your column name includes a space, then it will be best for you to watch, because if you should put a space here, it will know what it will give you the right, the expected. It will give you through an error, definitely through an error. But if it is a word or a word that is a variable that is stored like probably the camel or the snake or anyone, okay, the format of writing your variable name, okay, so it can actually it will actually get, you can actually use the dot. But if your variable name has a space, then it's very, very important for you to want to use this what's it now, this format. Okay, so we can check the type of and then we can check the type. We can also check the shape, so this is the shape, the same dot shape as what. Don't forget that I shared that what NumPy. Pandas is also built on what? On NumPy. Good, thank you very much. Okay, so we can select multiple columns, the same way we did for this. For the single column, you just add another column, and then you can select multiple columns. Let's see a column there, flyer. Okay, Control C. Let me just Control V because of our time. Okay, let me just do it. Okay, this is before. Okay, so we are selecting what? It means that we are selecting multiple colors. What's that? Temperature, dye. Okay, I think we need another square bracket. Okay. Okay. Okay, so can you see it now? Okay, so we can select more than one. What is it now? More than one. What is it now? Column. Okay, so that was done here. More than one column was selected, and so we can also check the shape for it. Okay, for that that was selected, and then so for this one now, for this we can just write put dot shape. So it will give us what the shape of the 82. So we have 8 rows and what and 2 columns. Okay. Now we can filter a column by just using those what's it now? The logic, the conditional, yes, the conditional expressions, the conditional functions or conditional operations. Yeah. So the greater than, less than, we can use it to filter out. So now df excel, these are data. So we want to pick this column. That's why we wrote this line of code. If it's greater than what 50. So we only want temperature, we only want it to return temperature, the columns. I mean the table if temperature is what is greater than 50. As well, can you see it? So temperature is what? There's not that was less than 50. So if we had removed this, if we had written 20, for example, we'll be expecting a different result entirely. Can you see? We have 49 there. So if you had increased it to 60, you know, we have because it has filter, we are able to filter out based on these conditional expressions. Okay. So same here, we can use it on any of the columns. Equals to is also what is also what a conditional expression. If it's equals to this, then do this. Okay, is in. So is in is also a function that we can use. So it means that we are only filtering out if this and this is in it. So we only want if it is 25, if the value of what says is 25, and if it is what. So we only print out the row that as says to be 25 and as says to be what to be 30. So we can also print out by using the local function, iLocal function, to print out the rows. Okay, so 2 to 7 and what 0 to 3. So this for column and why this is for what is for row. This for what column and this for what is for row. So from 2 to 7, so 2, we want to start from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is what an index before, okay, and then it means that what 0, right, 1 and 2 for column. Good. So that's how that is being done. So let's quickly move to let's see. So you can also calculate summary. You can use describe. Describe will help us to calculate the summary. Okay, and you can also use mean, minimum, as we have previously explained in NumPy. Okay, we also mode, etc., etc. We can also use it what what is now in Pandas. Okay. This. Okay, let's look at this. Now, this is a Titanic data set, and then we have carried out some ED on it. Okay, we are running out of time. We have like 80 minutes more, and I want us to move to what's it now, Panda. So this is what you're going to do for me. We're going to make this an assignment. Now, based on what we have done, are you getting it? So I'll share this data set with you. You get it? Okay. So we're going to carry out an hidden unit using Pandas. Okay, because of our time, I will have explained to us, but I still want us to get it. So I want us to go do it on our own. So this is what we're going to do. We are going to share a link with you. okay, where you are going to drop what's it now? The assignment. Okay, and then there's going to be another class, there's going to be another section, and so stay tuned to know when that will be so that we won't miss it. It's probably going to be next week. So that is when we are going to continue from there next week. Okay, let me just do it that way. So let's just continue from here next week in our next session. So let me take questions. So next week we will be using this dynamic data frame. We are going to be going through it. We are going to be answering some questions from it, and then we'll be drawing some visuals. Okay, from the what's it now? The world happiness data set. The world happiness data set. So we'll be drawing. So we are successfully today. We are able to treat NumPy and Pandas. Okay, so next week we'll be having a practical. We'll be using the Titanic data set. Okay, how to for an EDA, and then we will be drawing what we'll be using the happiness. What's it now? Happiness data set. What happiness data set for what? For Ishola, let me take it slowly. Okay. So this is what I mean. We are going to stop here today. And our next section, we are going to use the Titanic data set for EDA, and we are going to use the world happiness data set for the visualization. Okay, so sorry for that. So now this recording is on YouTube. Okay, so you can just get it on YouTube. Okay, now let me know. I want to have some feedbacks here. If there's any yes, YouTube link, okay, let me share with you. I will drop it before I will drop it here. Please, I want to get your feedback. I want to know, did you get anything at all? I want to know if he actually okay. Okay, any other feedback? So thank you very much, Ifeanyi, for dropping that link. Okay. Now I think those that actually understands are those that have basic knowledge in Python. Okay, why those that are getting it confused and making the stuff is looking like magic are those who don't have the basic Python knowledge. So this is what we are going to do. Thank you very much, Nike. So this is what I'm going to do. We are going to have next section. Okay, so it's going to be Python. Have a brief warm up on Python. Okay, and then we are not going to continue. Okay, so that it won't be looking like a magic or okay, and it won't be looking like what are these people doing. Okay. Definitely, the recordings will be available. The recordings will be available. Okay. So please do well to also join the community that is very close to you. And also you can share your feedback. You can share your testimony, just it's going to actually encourage others to be part of an exciting session like this. Okay, want to join the community? Okay. Now, yes, you can. You can. Let me do that for you now. I'm going to be dropping some links now. Okay. 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 Thank you very much. Okay. Okay, so thanks you. That's good of you. That's very good. Mhm. Okay, so I will drop the link now. Okay, so that you can just pick and then join. What's it now? Now, if you are not yet a community member, if you are not a DSM member, so you can just do that by using the link I'll be sharing now. Okay. So, okay, control. Okay. Okay. And so to learn about our communities and to join them, so we can just use this. Can just use this. Okay. Thank you very much for this awesome session. Thank you very much. I don't know if I can just be mentioning all your names. You know, you have all been awesome, and then I love your sincere feedback. It has actually given us what is now um, it has actually given us was an insight on what to do next. Because I think we need to have a class on Python before doing this. And then this is supposed to be a continuation to what we started last week. Okay, so we had a Python session last week, and so that is why. Okay, and so I wanted this to actually be a continuation of that of data analysis. So we are going to the data analysis part. So, but from the feedback, sincere feedback of yours, we are going to have a Python basic. We are going to have a course, and then another thing is that you can actually refer to our YouTube. So we have some contents there on Python basic that you can actually go through and explanatory, taken by student tutors. Okay, so just subscribe to our YouTube channel and then just get yourself what's this now? Enjoy this contest there on Python. And so I said I'm going to give you warm up or on it next week. Okay, on Python next week. So thank you very much. Thank you everyone for the class. Thank you very much, Ifeanyi. That's our assistant tutor. Okay, it was always good dropping the necessary and answering questions. Shola, thank you. Jojo, thank you. Those that left the call, I also want to say thank you. Richard, thank you for following. Okay, Richard, thank you very much. Fatima, Zainab, Tinuke, Raphael, okay. Okay, thank you very much. Everyone, thank you. Oh, it's Isaac. Wow, I can cite you. Thank you very much for joining. It's nice having you here. Okay, so everyone, thank you very much. See you in the next section. Ebenezer, thank you. Okay, so bye.